10 feet into the park, and she has already spotted
Really cool.
2 caterpillar hunter beetles.
Pretty sure this is the non-native one though, the coloring.
That striping on it?
It's the like that kind of golden, all over golden wash on the elytra. So there's lots of different species in Montana of these. I think this is the one from Europe.
Okay.
I'll have to double check. Non-native. It got, yep, it got smushed, but that's okay.
Oh, no.
That's all right. You'll get
Oh,
answered.
it's non-native. That's fine.
Right.
Sorry.
No, but so you can see. That's interesting. These two are out early. And I think
everything is
two
out
different
early.
species.
That bumblebee, I've had minor bees out. I've had bumblebees out.
Are hatching. There's some mayflies that are...
This is pretty typical on an excursion with Marian, one of our local entomologists. Entomologists study insects, their relationships to humans, other organisms, and their impact on the environment.
She literally just caught something.
I tried. I failed.
Marian's movements through the Pow Wow Natural Area are much like the insects she surveils, chaotic flitting to the uninitiated observer. One moment, she's chasing after a wisp of red. The next, she's hunkered down into a bed of prickly pear, scouring it for signs of cactus bugs.
So she's probably hunting these guys. Oh, she's so sweet. I think that's a... Oh, look at that face. Hi, baby. Hi, come on. What a place to be. She doesn't seem to mind the spines, really. Hi, love. Hey, sweetheart. Cactus spine. Type of leaf-footed bug, and this is where their whole existence basically is on pads of opuntia. And so this is their nursery. When the little ones, they lay their eggs here, the little ones hatch, and then they have the best little nursery, right? Because like, who wants to mess with...
Kind of like the way clownfish you see in that.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Box elder beetles?
Box elder bugs. Yeah, they're a true bug.
Box elder bugs, not box elder beetles. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. How... I have never seen this.
Oh yeah, this is normal for these guys. They love to get together and just have these like massive orgies and then...
This early in the year though?
It seems a little early to me, but...
How many like generations are going to be for the end of the summer?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, or then of fall. Yeah.
Many folks consider the box elder bug to be a nuisance, a pest found clinging to the paneling of your house on late summer mornings, trying to absorb as much heat as possible. Your first search for them in your internet browser typically yields a wide variety of strategies to remove them, when in fact they are quite harmless.
Box elder party. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Yeah, there's definitely some Russian olive along there.
Okay.
But there was a lot of box elder.
Yeah, so these guys are seed bugs technically. They feed on the seeds of box elders and like similar type seeds.
I saw you one hand that.
So I think this is Arthea pseudo-neotana, I think, the spring red banded grasshopper. And if you open up the forewings, which are kind of leathery, are called tegmina, and then you can see the beautiful red banded underwing.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
And so that banded colored underwing is sort of characteristic of this group of grasshoppers. The underwings, or the band wings they call them.
Okay.
But this is like one of the most common and important early grasshoppers. I don't believe that these are like of management concern. In fact, I think they're kind of an indicator. If you don't see a lot of these in the spring, that's concerning.
Right, because they're part of the food web.
That for sure. And they just
so early.
really early. This one actually almost feels teneral, like it recently went through its last molt, maybe for its adult wings. But yeah, they're hardened enough. They're not. It's not like the pale teneral form. And I even see over here. I don't know if you can sneak up on it, Patrick, but there's one that is beautiful rusty red color. It's still a nymph.
Oh, I see him. Yep.
You see him?
Mm-hmm.
He's still got that gorgeous nymphal, the little wing pads.
There he is.
But getting close.
Yeah. Hi, guy.
This is crazy early.
Oh.
It was like March 25th.
Yeah, 26th. Or March 27th. It is. We're not even in April yet, and we are already seeing grasshoppers.
Like adult.
Adult grasshoppers. Yeah, he's right there hanging out. There he is. Yeah.
The sun beats down on grass still brown from winter. I wonder what these critters are doing for food. What I forget is that they have survived ice ages, asteroids, and will most likely outlive us.
What is anything feeding on out here right now?
I mean, some things may not necessarily need to feed if they're just in their like mating, you know, like they overwintered. They could be some of these things.
Well, that would make the box elders make sense. So they're.
Yep. And one thing that a lot of things, when there aren't a ton of blooming nectar sources out, something that they can still find is like little sap flows, especially in like frost furrows and on trees.
Okay.
Right? And
Yeah.
and then even some of these like shrubs might have the buds or the catkins producing a little bit of sugary material that they can eat or take advantage of. A lot of things are detritivores, so there's lots of organic decaying.
So they're eating
organic
decayed
material that
matter.
they can
They're eating
take
this
advantage
the
of.
sap off of trees. They're eating
Yep.
the
Poop,
sugar
dung.
that poop,
Yep.
the sugar coming off of the buds, because I've
Yep.
seen like choke cherries budding right now.
Exactly. So many budding things in addition to the, I think a lot of people think that, nectar or some kind of sugary floral product is only available in a perfect flower that's blue, that's open and blooming in the middle of, summer or late spring or something. But really there's actually a lot of food sources early in the season that are just not maybe what you initially think of. Like it's not just floral nectar. There's saps, there's plant juices, there's all kinds of things.
Nice.
Dung.
Yep.
Like dung produces a lot of nutritious
It does.
liquid that
Poop's got a lot of
flies,
stuff in it.
Oh, totally. Flies can take
Poop. We're going to talk a lot about it. So if that's something that bothers you, feel free to skip ahead to minute 10. About minute 10. Poop.
More poop. We have to stop for
You
poop.
have to stop for poop. You should always have your poop knife or flipper.
I have one of those knives.
Do you?
Yep.
I love these things so much. So this is fairly dry. I thought this might be fresher, but if it was just laid down, then there's a very good chance we'd see some little dung beetles under and around working on it. Really small early ones are out flying, but yeah, we'll look for more poop.
Look, we're looking for more poop. Good.
Always stop for poop. Poop and dead things. That's where you're gonna find some cool bugs.
Looking for poop. Looking for poop. Looking for poop. Or dead body. Well, no, I've got like bird carcass over here.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, by dead body I meant bird carcass, not fresh. More poop.
More poop, but it's not super fresh again.
This is not
moth.
poop.
Nope, it's a moth larvae.
Okay.
Maybe like a Noctua pranuba caterpillar.
Oh, did it move or did you
No,
just
I just
touch
rolled it.
Okay.
No, it's toast.
Okay.
Not sure from what exactly. It sort of feels jellified, like maybe it got frozen, like it came out
too early and got hit by a cold snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got?
This is a poop. So
this is a poop. We found poop, guys.
it's a poop, but it's completely composed of ant bodies. So look at this.
What?
That's all ant pieces. So it's either, with it being that big, it's probably a bird.
Okay.
Maybe like a grouse or something, but this also is something that lizards will do, but this is a pretty big
So it
poop.
ate a bunch of ants.
Look at that's all shiny little.
And that's carapace and.
Yep, it's just their exoskeleton, pieces of the exoskeleton.
Yeah.
You can see the little heads. Look, there's a little ant head. Wow, just nothing but ants. which tells you like how important ground arthropods are for other animals, especially birds and especially young birds. Sage grouse is one where they eat, so like the chicks are so heavily dependent on arthropods for the first part of their development. It's wild.
Oh. Morning cloak.
It is, I think it's C7, the C7.
Is that a species
One,
of
two,
ladybug?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Yeah, it is.
Right.
And they're, I think they are they an introduction or, I think they're not an introduction.
Is it M-shaped?
No, it's not this is not the Asian.
Okay.
For sure. That one is everywhere, but that's not it. I'm pretty sure that C7 is, and the 7 is referring to its spots.
Okay.
Which is a great way. Counting the spots can actually get you pretty far in identifying ladybugs. Yeah, the cochinella. So the species name septum punctata is literally 7 points or 7 dots.
Septum.
Yeah, and there's some of the other ladybug names refer to their dots too. So there's, I think, novum punctata, the 9-spotted, which is one of a species of concern, which Montana actually, I've encountered them a lot, but they're like a disappearing species in the east. But this is, pretty sure this is just a native. Okay. Oh no, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
Uh-oh. Most likely introduced by gardeners, well-intentioned gardeners, who bring in biopesticides, mantids and ladybugs, but they come from other places in the country. And when you get them and you put them in their yard, they just fly away. So you're just introducing them to the larger...
Totally. Like if you're going to introduce ladybugs into your garden, do it in the larval form, not the adult form.
Where they just take off.
They'll just take off, yeah.
We're out!
Spending an early spring morning with an entomologist is an invitation to slow down. You take smaller steps, your eyes attuned to the glints of chitinous wings in the sunlight or the glimmer of a lazy thread of spider silk. Every encounter is an opportunity to stop, to touch, even smell a world we so often ignore.
Oh, something fast. That could have been a bee. They're so cute.
Oh, sorry guys.
Sorry, interrupt your party. They have a beautiful, like, almost like alligator-like pattern.
Yeah.
This will be an easy one to ID. I don't know it offhand, but it'll be easy enough to
look up,
to figure out. Oh, they're so cute. And something that a lot of people don't, who don't look at bugs every day, maybe don't know about weevils, is that they're the rostrum. It looks like the nose, the mouth. That's actually just sort of a beak to support the mouth parts, which are at the very, very tip. So they have these little chewing mouth parts, mandibles, right at the tip of what looks like the nose. Defensive regurgitation.
It throws up as a defense mechanism. Okay.
It should. It's fun to smell those kind of defense.
Smell a bug.
Yes, smell it.
It smells like sagebrush.
Planty, yeah.
It smells like sage, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is what she was on. Interesting.
Yeah.
The sun has reached its zenith for the day, and we now share the sandy path with a seemingly endless parade of tiger beetles, metallic flashes darting in the midday sun. Meanwhile, underneath rocks, mantid egg sacs called uthicas gestate in secret.
Fun to do.
Oh, there's a rock. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at all the uthika.
Oh, cool.
They look like they've been predated for the most part.
Okay.
But yeah, quite the spot to lay.
Yeah. Well, there's still that one though, right there.
That one looks okay. It looks like it got, I don't know, that one might be. I know, they love to lay like under rocks close to the ground, but I feel like I've never seen one that really looks intact when they're in that location, because there's lots of stuff that could get in there, I feel like.
Right.
right now. So it's probably the cowpath tiger beetle or the six-spotted. Those are our two really early spring ones. The next 2 months, I'll be getting so many of like, what is this crazy thing, you know?
Because it's
There's
blue
so
and
many
metallic, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't, they usually don't miss them. And that you can see their behavior is hilarious. They just go about 5 feet in front of you, and then you go up to it, and it just goes another 5 feet. So it's not like it takes off and you never see it again.
Yeah.
They really do just like, kind of like.
It's so cool.
Hop skip.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's like super blue. Ready?
Ready.
I think it's probably the six-spotted based on the color, but they are quick. Definitely not the fastest tiger beetle, but
oh, so shiny.
yes, I know. They like to bite. Yeah. Pretty sure that. So the spots on the elytra are referred to as maculation, and I'll have to look and see if this is the six-spotted or the cowpath. I think this is the cowpath, but it's really fun to have, like, they're so fierce.
Oh,
Look at those amazing mandibles.
Oh my goodness.
And they love to just give you a little.
Does that hurt?
No,
Okay.
not at all. It definitely hurts their little invertebrate prey, right? Like, look at those amazing jaws. These guys are such fierce predators. And the craziest thing about these is that there was this study that was done to look at how their eyes, you can see how big their eyes are.
Yeah.
To look at how they interpret prey through sort of their visual systems and how light comes into their eyes. And part of the reason that they hunt the way they do in this like stutter stop motion is because they run so fast for their size that their brain is unable to process the photons that come into their eyes, so they go blind for a minute.
Wow.
So they have to stop and reorient and allow light to come into their eyes to basically reform an image, and then they keep going. So it's just wild. And the speed at which they run for their size is something, it's comparable to human sprinters, like going if a human sprinted at 400 miles per hour. So they're just they're just amazing little predators. Playing off that structural pigmentation.
Structural pigmentation.
Which is like the way that the chitin,
okay,
basically like the layers are arranged and the sort of like chitinous crystals almost are arranged so that they're reflecting light in a crazy way.
Yeah, okay.
It's not chemical pigmentation.
No.
Although there may be some of that, but I think the reason that we're seeing that side color shift is due to structural.
Is it camouflage?
So, not really. I think tiger beetles, it's interesting. I don't really understand why they're as brightly colored as they are, because they're not, the food that they're eating is not, they're actually a predator, right? So it's not like they're sequestering plant toxins into them and then advertising that. Maybe it's what they think it probably is, especially with the like shifting nature of it. It's probably sexual advertising potentially.
Okay.
So letting their same species, know something about their health, like females knowing something about the health of the male via the
rosy finches do a similar
coloration.
thing.
Yes, exactly.
Or like the brighter the red, the more healthy it is. Yeah.
Exactly. It could be something like that. It could be something to do with like just some sort of interspecies communication through this visual system.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not, as far as I know, they don't taste bad.
Okay. Did you hear that? You don't taste bad.
You don't taste bad. They're so super cute. No, I love these guys so much. They're definitely a herald of spring.
Yeah.
And I mean, who doesn't love, for me, these are like our version of leprechauns, right?
Okay.
Like, they come out in the spring, they're like golden green, shiny little jewels. They're sort of like, they're very hard to pin down. I just love thinking of them as like our little insect leprechauns.
That's so cool. Oh, there it goes.
There she goes.
Is it going to happen? Are we going to get the festive party beetle?
These ones are tough though. Right? Yeah.
I would love
This is
this.
the Joker beetle.
The Joker
Joker
beetle.
tiger beetle.
Okay.
That's great. So we can record this species from a new Yellowstone County location.
That is awesome. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. This guy is so pretty. So she is green and purple
Oh, I'm like, okay. I'm like right in
and
the
like
sun.
rainbow colors.
Okay.
If you can see her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. There she went.
It's awesome.
But you recorded it.
That's really amazing because usually I don't run into those until like mid-April maybe.
Okay.
So we're like a month ahead of schedule. That's wild. I don't know if that's awesome. That's
I mean,
maybe
it's what it
scary.
is. I mean,
It's what it is now.
we're going to see, and then we're going to get cold temperatures, so everything's going to go, either the population's going to get hit or...
Yeah. Yep. Yep. We'll have some cold kill off. But I don't know that there's gonna be. Look at the trail. You can see like
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiger beetles. Just over there 6. This trail is highly active. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Look at them all.
Watch them, they're coming right for us.
They're coming right for us. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Yay.